Having company over can be extremely anxiety inducing, especially if your house is crazy, especially if you don't have a lot of energy to clean your house. So I'm going to show you how to clean it quickly, the parts that matter. See this little spot right here? This does not matter. What is important to your guests when they come over is that they can walk easily, that they're not going to trip on any toys or different things that are on the floor. If you have the bandwidth to vacuum the rooms that your guests are going to be in, those shared spaces like the dining room, the living room, etc., that's great, but you can also just get the main traffic areas. It's also worth noting that you don't have to do everything. It doesn't have to be aesthetic. You don't have to have all the toys put up. Guests don't care. If you have time and you can put all of the different unbelongings where they actually belong, that's great. But if you don't, you can consolidate clutter. Putting 6 different items in one spot creates a visual flow that isn't broken up by different things, and it just looks neater. If you have mismatched furniture or your table's not pristine, guests don't care. They just want a place to sit down and visit with you. If you're going to be having food at your gathering, it's especially nice to have the surfaces clear and to make sure that there aren't sticky bits and food and stuff on your table or on your chairs. There's nothing like realizing that your guest has just placed their elbow in some old syrup on your table, or so I've been told. As far as cleaning off your chairs, this doesn't have to get crazy. I have these upholstered chairs and I just gave them a little vacuum, but really I could have just done with taking a rag and just wiping off the chair. If you get your rag lightly damp and just a tiny bit of soap, you can wipe it off, whether it is made out of fabric or whether it's a hard surfaced chair. I focus on getting the main areas that are grungy and dirty, and then I just let it go. It might be embarrassing if you still haven't finished this project in your bathroom, but your guests don't care. You can quickly clean the mirror if it needs it and then break out the disinfectant wipes. I just try to make sure that the sink and the faucets are nice and clean, and then of course work on the toilet because there is nothing worse than having a guest over and your toilet is disgusting. Other great things to do for the guest bathroom is to make sure that there is a full roll of toilet paper. You can check to make sure that there is soap in the dispenser, that there is a clean guest towel, that there is odor spray, just in case. I also like to go around and empty the trash in the house because that's going to take care of odors, and it's something that makes an immediate visual impact. Moving on to the kitchen, this is a place where people typically hang out, and so I try to focus on this area. Nobody cares that there are library books or papers or different things, or that my calendar is out of date. They don't. They just want a place to sit and talk with you if you're cooking or doing dishes or what have you. Getting the dishes handled is less of a guest experience type thing and more of a you experience type thing. If I have the dishes done, if I have the dishwasher unloaded, if things are just ready to go, then when my guests leave, especially if we've had food, it's not so much work to get the kitchen put back together. 2 last things that are going to make a world of difference. You're going to put some smell goods on so no one knows that you have dogs, and you're going to close the doors that no one needs to go into anyway.